morning, Emerson. Today is Tuesday, April 5th. On today's show, Megan Mitchell takes us behind the scenes of the Big Apple Circus.
And fashion correspondent Jackie Tianzin is in studio to show us some fresh springtime styles.
Hey everyone, I am Terry Stackhouse.
And I'm Anna Ritis Rodriguez. Thank you for watching this morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I like that. Good morning.
Yeah, I am just psyched for these fresh spring styles.
I know. I am ready, and I'm happy that you are psyched because he's been learning throughout the season.
I thought I proved myself last time we talked fashion in studio, and you know what? I'm just going to reprove it again today.
I think you are.
But let's talk about the real news. The headline yesterday morning, as of 8 a.m., is President Obama officially is running for office again in 2012, and he told his supporters via email and text message that he would be running again. Did you see the new ad? What do you think?
I did. I saw the new ad on YouTube, and I thought it was an amazing way to reinvigorate that Democratic base, especially with average citizens making a claim for him. And it's not about him going out on tour because he is the president. He is busy. He cannot go out and tour the Midwest and then come out and do a couple of rallies here in Boston. He actually needs the voters to energize themselves and build their community.
Right, and he calls this the It Begins With Us campaign, and the message has kind of shifted from 08, where it was, we're doing this together, let's all get behind Obama, he is the prodigal son, but now it's like, okay, you guys need to keep me in office. You got me here, now you're carrying the weight.
Well, you know what? He also is trying to attract the youth vote that helped him get into the office back in 2008. And honestly, if you see a candidate that has a YouTube account and a Facebook and a Twitter, will you be more inclined to vote for him?
Probably. I mean, I think it's a necessary election tool to incorporate social media to some extent in it. But what I thought was very interesting here is that Obama is looking to raise $1 billion. What? What are his supporters going to do? Are we going to have to go out and sell magazines in the streets to try and keep this guy in office?
I have no idea. That's a lot of money. I have no idea.
Somebody who is up to date on all the election news and everything happening around the globe is our trusted name in news, Steven Selnick. Steve, what's happening today?
Terry, I'm the Good Morning Emerson news guy. I don't know real news. Good morning, Emerson. I'm Steve Selnick, and this is the news that you need to hear. Now, pillow fighting isn't just for kids and sororities anymore. Guys, it was over this weekend. Chill. God. Feathers flew across the globe in this weekend in the celebration of International Pillow Fighting Day. Young and old alike gathered in the major cities of the world, some braving less than perfect weather in order to take a shot at some strangers with their pillows. Events were held right here in Boston, across the U.S. in places like D.C. and San Diego, and as far away as Cape Town and the Ivory Coast in Hong Kong. Can't you just imagine what kind of pillow kung fu they were pulling? To anyone who participated, scratch that one off your bucket list. And for all of you who weren't, well, congratulations on growing up. Now, there's a new player in the game of public transportation. Personal Rapid Transit, or PRT for short, has apparently been in the making for 50 years. PRTs are 4- to 6-person passenger cars that move along pre-built guideways and can be made available in mere seconds after a person requests one. The cars would merge with traffic and follow behind other cars, only there would be no stoplights or drivers. The president of PRT Consulting describes the system as an automated taxi without drivers that doesn't have to stop. There are currently working PRT systems in London and Abu Dhabi, but only on a small scale. The cost to build the system is quite large, which is why it's no surprise that San Jose is considering building one. Now, you've heard of motocross, but how about something even more extreme? When ski season starts to wind down at the Monarch Mountain Ski Resort in Colorado, motocross takes the main stage. Brave souls in kayaks race down the slopes into some frigid water in an event that has been thrilling audiences for the past 6 years. In fact, this event is one of the main ones at the Colorado resort, drawing a large crowd itching to see some icy action. The event was a lot warmer than usual this year, with temperatures in the mid-50s among sunny skies. Probably a good thing for the people going face first into really cold water. Now back to two people who won't even jump in a pool if it's below 80 degrees, Anna Ritis and Terry.
You know that's right.
Gives me old man fingers.
I would never jump into a pool unless it's 80, but thank you so much, Steve. I have one quick question. That PRT automated car system, I don't even trust my car on cruise control when I'm driving it, so I'm already seeing a 6-car pileup. Is this effective?
Well, you know, they have these things working at the Heathrow Airport in London, and you don't really hear much about it because apparently there aren't big troubles, but it'll be really interesting to see if San Jose actually gets it working on like a main city with busy roads, how effective it'll actually be.
That will be interesting to see. Thank you so much for that interesting report. Now it's time to throw it outside to Lindsay Cannon with today's weather. Lindsay?
Emerson. Last week, we endured some bitter temperatures along with snow. That lovely snow that just doesn't like to leave us alone. But this week, it's totally gonna get better. Just kidding, it's gonna be cloudy and rain a lot. But if it makes you feel any better, we're gonna have highs up to almost 60 degrees. So you know what this means. While you're on your way walking to class, not only will you be drenched in the rain, but you'll be drenched in your own sweat too. Woohoo! Gotta love the weather. And on that note, let's take a look at today's forecast. Today, it's going to be rainy with the possibility of some thunderstorms with a high of 56 and a low of 35. Now for the 5-day forecast. Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 36. Thursday, partly cloudy with a high of 52, low of 36. Friday, rainy, high of 48, low of 37. Saturday, rainy, high of 50, low of 41. And Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 42. Now back to two people who will take on the rain like the champs they are, Terry and Anaritis.
That's right. We are toughing through the rain. Not even worried about it. Thank you, Lindsay. It's now time to check in with Ross Littman for your daily sports flash. And Ross, at the start of March Madness, you challenged me to a bracket competition. I predicted UConn, the 3 seed, was going all the way, and I was right. What do you got for me this morning?
Oh, well, I guess I'll say congratulations, Terry, for picking the national champion of the most boring national championship ever. It was so boring, I turned off. There was better things to watch. Good morning, campers. Have no fear. Ross Littman is here with your sports for this Tuesday morning, making a difference in your life since 1990. Well, the opening weekend festivities have come and gone, and the Boston Red Sox came up empty against the Texas Rangers. Now, don't get me wrong, the Rangers did go to the World Series last season, and they do have one of the most formidable lineups in baseball, but sweeping the Bo Sox is hardly what anyone expected. They outscored the Sox 26-11 in 3 games, including a 12-run drive-by on John Lackey in the second game. However, on the plus side, David Ortiz has found his swing again with 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. I just wish the rest of the team could find their bats as well, and some pitching would be nice. Speaking of teams that have struggled, the Celtics have seemed like they've been stuck in slow motion as they watched the Bulls pass them by for the first seed in the Eastern Conference. But a wake-up call came in the form of the San Antonio Spurs, who the Celtics surprisingly beat by 10. There were 6 games left in the season, 1 against the Chicago Bulls, but before that, the Philadelphia 76ers come to visit the Celtics tonight at the TD Garden. Tip-off is at 7:30. And finally, the biggest spectacle of them all was this Sunday. WrestleMania took place before over 70,000 in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. And at some point, the WWE got the F back, and everyone in the arena was transformed back to 1999, where The Undertaker and Triple H could put on the best match of the night. Reality stars mattered. Stone Cold was raising hell and drinking beers. And at the end of it all, it was The Rock standing atop the turnbuckle celebrating. Now, I don't get it. Vince, I know you're watching, so look at me. It's 2011. All of these guys, they should be gone. Gimmicks like Snooki in a match don't get the crowd's attention anymore. And to put a guy who doesn't even wrestle anymore in The Rock over your biggest star, John Cena, and as much as I hate to admit it, he is your biggest star, is a big, big mistake. It's called WrestleMania, not Starmania or Celebramania or Retirement Home Mania. It's WrestleMania. And remember that. That's your sports for this Tuesday morning. Now let's go back to a woman who spent her Sunday night doing better things than watching wrestling, Anaritis, and a guy who I saw cry when John Cena got rock bottomed. It's true. Terry.
Aw, did you?
It's true. It's true. Now, Ross, you are a self-professed Cena hater. You're not drinking the Cena Kool-Aid, but it was announced on Raw last night that WrestleMania next year will feature John Cena against The Rock. Are people, including yourself, going to buy this pay-per-view?
No. After this past WrestleMania and what they have already, that's mortgaging way ahead into the future, a year in advance for a match. I don't understand it. Why did they just have a match at this most recent WrestleMania? It would have been a much better idea. They have people's attention about it now. They just need to drop the whole gimmick and they need to move on to better things. I don't understand.
He's drinking that haterade instead of Kool-Aid. What's up with that, Ross? It's time for our first commercial break, but when we come back, only Roland will give us the lowdown on everything entertainment.
Stay tuned.
I'm Kobe Bryant, and you're watching Good Morning Emerson.
Welcome Welcome back to Good Morning Emerson. Now, Terry, do you watch evening news?
I do.
Nightly news? So you must know, I don't know if you've ever heard of this or if you have, this is breaking news. Katie Couric might be leaving CBS.
That's right.
Big surprise because she's been there for the last 5 years and her
Right.
ratings haven't been exactly what everyone expected.
She's always at the bottom.
Yeah, she's always trailed behind Diane Sawyer and Brian Williams, but now
Correct.
they're saying that she wants to start new projects and the possibility of her having a talk show syndicated in 2012. Production companies are after her. What do you think? Is she the next Oprah?
I absolutely think so. Oprah, the rare quality that Oprah had is that she was a window to the world for her audience. When they watched the show, they watched to see Oprah open their eyes to something that had never been illuminated to them before. Now, Katie Couric is the perfect combination of intelligence, perkiness, and journalistic integrity. And I think people are going to buy into that the same way that they did with Oprah.
Well, she was America's sweetheart during the Today Show, but she's
Just
been
ask Tom
away
Warner.
for 5 years. Is she going to re-energize that audience that she had before?
I think so. I think people want to see her come back because she was so popular, and I think
takes
America
a
liked
lot.
waking up with her, and then she's just so
Well, it takes a
on the
lot
news.
to fill the shoes of Oprah, have a dynasty. I mean, with a morning show
Why
or
not
a
just
talk
get new shoes?
I know. That's true.
Change it
Good
up a little
idea. High five.
Somebody who has got a great pair of shoes himself is our entertainment correspondent,
does.
Omri Rowan. Omri, what's going on in the entertainment world, my friend?